Hey everyone, it's me again, 𝐬𝐿, bringing you a new video. In the previous video, we reviewed the latest FNaF game released, FNaF Security Breach. However, a few weeks ago, Steel released a DLC that expands the game's lore, simply called Ruin. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at it and see what this DLC has to offer to the saga. Number 1. During the beginning cutscene, we can see Cassie jump into a platform, and on this platform there are various newspapers scattered with the phrase 𝐵𝐸𝐺 destroyed, explaining that an earthquake was the main reason why the place ended up looking like this. This could also possibly justify that the burn trap ending for the main game is the canon one. Number 2. This game introduces a brand new mechanic to the saga, switch realities. This can be used to pass through blocked paths, moving through platforms completely absent in the normal world, or to find hiding places that will help us progress through the game. Number 3. Continuing with the previous one, the switch realities mechanic can be accessed by having the mask given by the map bot with rabbit ears made in the same material as its head. This also one jump scares us like in the original one. This character was funnily nicknamed as MaskBot. Number 4. The mask is given by MaskBot. It's the same that we got in Help Wanted. It's even seen in the Security Breach trailer, possibly being a small hint about the Ruin events. Number 5. At the entrance to the Pizzaplex, we can see some graffiti made by people who also broke into the abandoned place. These ones are mostly warnings that say that we shouldn't go in alone and that the animatronics are still active. There's also some graffiti bragging that they survived a whole night in here. Number 6. Just like with these graffitis in the Phaser Blast, we can see some graffiti in the vent shaft warning about an evil bear or something lurking in that area. This preceding part is when the glam rock Freddy prototype appears and starts chasing Cassie. Number 7. In a strange and inaccessible way, there's a flower pot right in the Glamrock Freddy statue's remains, possibly being a reminder to his disastrous fate. Number 8. In one of the sections from the game, we can find the iconic baby plushies that made their debut in Help Wanted, this time as Easter eggs. If we turn our backs on them, they will disappear while giggling. Number 9. During the beginning cutscene, we can briefly see the Blob, the monster made of wires and some animatronic parts that debut in the main game as other threat during the burn trap boss fight. For this time, it won't be hostile towards us though. Also, as I said before, it has a brief apparition in this cutscene, which means almost no one noticed this at first. Number 10. When arriving to Gregory's location, it is revealed that we weren't helping Gregory to escape, but the Mimic, an antagonist from the Tales of the Pizzaplex books. The Mimic vilely decided us to escape. Number 1. If we happen to access secret cameras during our gameplay, at the final chase, we will be getting a secret ending referred as the Scooper ending, where we can see how the Mimic, wearing an animal disguise, tries to enter a room and it's attacked by a metal claw, instantly dying. Number 2. During the Mimic's chase, if we don't follow one of Gregory's orders, we can get other secret ending, where we can see Gregory, Vanessa, and Helpy eating ice cream right at the same landscape from one of the main endings, this being an illusion of course. Number 3. When picking up some collectibles in-game, we can see a brief description made by Cassie herself. Number 4. While trying to deactivate the last security node, it is revealed that Roxy is Cassie's animatronic, being a really important fact about Cassie seeing her birthday and expecting her friends to come to the party this time. Number 5. Right after the elevator falls and the credits roll, we can hear Roxy looking for her, which could mean she survived the elevator impact. Number 6. If we go back to the back of the bowling alley, we can find the Glamrock Bonnie's remains. Not only that, but there also be a cartoon style cutout of him in the Mounties Gator Gulf area. Bonnie has a large tear on his torso, further raising suspicions about whether Mountie was responsible for his death. Number 7. When activating the gondola ride inside Mountie Gulf, we can see a small backstory that explains Mountie's origin and how he joined the Glamrock band. This backstory was effectively fake as to hide Bonnie's disappearance. Number 8. One of the most interesting collectibles are the comic pages made by Gregory. This could mean that the comic style endings for the main games weren't canon after all, as they were just stories made up by Gregory. Number 9. Apparently, Cassie's father was a Fazbear entertainment technician. Because when Cassie picks up the fast wrench, she says that it apparently looks like the one that her father used. Number 10. When escaping from Roxy, she stops us thinking we're Gregory, but when Cassie asks her to let her go, she apologizes. This shows that they're no longer controlled by both Vanessa and Glitchtrap. Ruined prototype Freddy. He's apparently a Glamrock Freddy prototype. He lacks his head and has several damages around his body, mostly on his chest cavity, which he uses like a mouth, kinda resembling Nightmare Fredbear. He's hostile towards us. He'll be chasing us until we manage to wear the Vanny mask again. He's found in the Phaser Blast, and after chasing, he also appears when trying to deactivate a security node along with endoskeletons. Ruined Chica. She's even more damaged than Shattered Chica from the main game. She has a trash bag in her stomach, even more damage on her face and body. She will appear in the kitchen jump scaring us and after that deactivating her. She later reappears in the kitchen conveyor belt, where we must avoid her by activating the audio lure when she activates. She will later appear in Roxy Raceway along with Roxanne to end up completely deactivated in the bathroom. Ruined Roxanne Wolf. She's even more damaged than Shattered Roxanne for the main game. Her face is entirely missing now, showing her endoskeleton head and also having several damages around her body. She has a holographic appearance that's visible when wearing the mask only. This holographic version keeps her design from the main game. She appears when trying to access Glamrock Beauty Salon. She listens to Gregor's voice from the Roxy talkie, then she will directly go to attack us. We will have to escape from her by using the audio lure. She has a touching moment with Cassie, telling her that she's the best and putting her ego aside. She helps us in the ending by holding the Mimic back so we can escape. Ruined Mountie. He's the most damaged character from the Glamrock cast, being merely a bare endoskeleton without his legs. He will act like a wild animal, constantly stalking us, appearing in the sewers at the beginning and being summoned by the entity from the AR world. He will be chasing us until he dies from being electrocuted in the water, right after restarting the power in the underground. The Mimic. It is an endoskeleton that has debuted in the Tales from the Pizzaplex books as an antagonist. It has several parts from another endoskeletons, which means it had to repair itself with new parts. It has large limbs. It can mimic voices with the main purpose of deceiving its victims, just like it did in the books or with Cassie. It will be guiding us through the entire Pizzaplex, mimicking Gregory's voice so that Cassie can release it, revealing its appearance when we reach the place where Gregory was. And when this happens, it is held back by Roxanne so we can escape. The Mimic seems to demonstrate superiority though, because it manages to escape from her and start chasing Cassie until she reaches the elevator, where Mimic loses one of its arms. The Entity. It is a creature that exclusively appears in the AI world, created with the main purpose to prevent Mimic from escaping from its underground jail. It is a humanoid rabbit with a cybernetic appearance. It is able to summon some ruined animatronics so they can kill us and prevent the Mimic from being released. The entity will debut during the first security node and will be stalking us throughout the game if we wear the mask for too long. It is defeated when Cassie deactivates the last security node in the underground, turning off the security system holding Mimic completely. And that's all for this video. What do you think about this review? Let me know in the comment sections. I will be reading all of your comments. And once again, I want to thank Vix for the video editing and Dr. Primus for being the voice of this narration. I really appreciate their help. And I will see you in another video.